Hello and welcome to another Meeting Point English grammar lesson. In this lesson we'll be talking about a type of phrasal verb, which is the easier form of phrasal verb where the verb means something very similar to its normal meaning, but we have added on a modifying particle. In this lesson we are only looking at the modifying particle up and how it can be added to verbs to modify the meaning slightly. In the first example, we'll look at heat up or warm up. Now, if you've got a bowl of food and you put it in the microwave, you can use heat up or warm up. To make the food hotter, you see the up is emphasizing the fact that you are increasing the temperature. These two girls have been out on a cold day and they are having a cup of soup or a hot drink to warm up. They need to warm themselves up. And of course, warm up is used when you do exercise before any serious sport. So you see footballers, before they play football, they have to warm up. You see them running around a bit to warm up. Very important if you're doing serious sport. Heat up, warm up. So heat and warm retain their normal meaning with a slight emphasis with the up being added in to show an increase. Here's another one of increasing. Speed refers to your velocity. To speed up means to go faster. Turn up. Turn up, when up is only a modifying particle, turn retains its normal meaning, but the up is added to show an increase in volume in the case of turn up the radio, turn up the music, or temperature in the case of turn up the heater. Of course, the opposite is turn down, to reduce. Don't forget that the phrasal verb turn up also has other meanings when it is in the more complicated form of phrasal verb. But today we're just looking at modifying particles where the original verb retains a very similar meaning to its normal sense. So turn up, increase volume or temperature. Next we have eat up. Drink up. For these examples, up is a more complete emphasis. If you eat up your dinner, it means you eat everything, you finish your dinner. So some of these up modifying particles mean to finish something. When you're eating your food at home, when you're a small child, your mother often says, eat up. And it means you have to eat all of your food. If you're a bit older and you're in a bar with your friends, somebody might say, drink up. And this means finish your drink. I'm going to buy more drinks. Or finish your drink because we're going to another bar. So sometimes up can emphasize completion. Here's another similar example. Use up. You use the orange paint to paint the door. But when it is finished and you have no more paint, you can say, I have used up all the paint and we need some more. So use retains some of its original meaning and up emphasizes the completion. Fill up. This is very similar as well. You can see that the milk is being poured into the glass. So you can say you can fill the glass with milk, or fill up the glass with milk is just emphasizing all the way to the top. And if you go to buy some petrol and you told the petrol attendant to fill up the car, They would put in as much petrol as possible into the car. They would fill the tank to the top. Fill up. Sometimes the difference is not so obvious. Clean and clean up are very similar. Your mother might tell you to clean up your room or to clean your room. There is a small difference in emphasis, yes. Here the meanings are quite different between mix and mix up. If you are making a cake and you put flour and eggs and dried fruit together, you only mix the ingredients. Mix up is more confused. If you have some papers, some documents, and they are unorganized, you might say they are mixed up. Or you can also use mix up when you confuse two things. When you're learning English vocabulary, for example. A lot of people mix up chicken and kitchen. And they mix up soup and soap. So mix up is more confused than mix. Here's another one. We have dress, which means to put on your clothes in the morning. But dress up is to put on special clothes. So there are two cases when you dress up. You either put on your very smart clothes for the job interview or for a wedding, or you put on a costume like Superman. You can see the little girl is dressed up as a superhero for a carnival or a party. So dress is to put on clothes, but dress up is to put on special clothes. Grow. Here's a plant. The plant is growing. You can grow tomatoes in your garden, but they only grow. They don't grow up. Grow up is to become more mature. Grow is only physical size. So yes, the little girl is growing because she's taller than she was before. But to grow up is to become more adult. So people often say, I grew up in London, meaning I went from child to adult when I was in London. It's often used if you are behaving in a very immature way. Somebody might say, grow up. Stop being so silly. Grow up. Chat. Chat means to have an informal conversation. Not just on a computer. We've been chatting a long time before computers were invented. So chat is to have an informal conversation. Chat up is to have a conversation with romantic intentions. So those are modifying particles, a type of phrasal verb, but much simpler than most phrasal verbs. There will be another video coming up using other modifying particles because they also exist with down and over and out, etc., where they only modify the meaning of the verb. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we also have our program going out every Sunday morning. Round the Table discussion program. I hope you listen to that, and I'll see you soon.